Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the BNR Racing Network. Brought to you by BNR Truck Series. As we are here at Indianapolis. Why are my overlays working? Hold on, give me one quick second. As we get them back up and going again. My apologies. Doesn't like me today. There we go. Awesome. So I see here we'll go a little race information here. So you see here we are at Indianapolis. Is a 2.5 mile track. Current track temp is 133 degrees. The current weather outside is 83 degrees Fahrenheit with a 43% humidity. Clear skies with a 2 mile per hour wind. They got 60 laps, 150 miles. 80% fuel, 4 sets of tires. 1 quick fix, 3 attempts at a green, white, checkered. So, these drivers are going to be extra busy today, for sure. So, good old Indy. So you see there, Will Roberts is up there in the front. Oh, I will go over the starting grid. So P1 will be Will Roberts, P2 will be Sammy Archibald, P3 will be Troy Daggett, P4 will be Caleb Sellner, P5 will be Brandon Moore, P6 will be Jaden Sanchez, P7 will be Jacob Carter, P8 will be Tyler Myers, P9 will be Skylar Sixton, P10 will be Chris Campbell, P11 will be Philip Bridgman, P12 will be Jason Pearson, P13 will be Aaron Bradford, P14 will be Joshua Highball, P15 will be Joe Stipe, P16 will be Brian Schwartz, P17 will be J.D. O'Brien, P18 to be Frederick Hofstetter, P19 to be Ernest King, P20 to be Evan Amick, P21 to be Chris Camary, P22 to be Ron Hunter, P23 to be Pete Woodrum, P24 to be Daniel Lyle, P25 will be Justin Steves, P26 will be Kevin Roy, and P27 will be Anthony Lyon. he has arisen.
Yes, indeed. Indianapolis Motor Speedway here, Brian, the famous yard of bricks this evening for the BNR Truckers.
There he is.
Yeah, just,
27
I was working
tonight.
on a fence line.
Oh, you're
Do
good.
what?
I said we got 27 tonight.
Oh, wow. Heck of a field tonight. I would assume, about 20 laps, maybe 25 on a full tank, given it is a 2.5 mile track, and if we remember what these truckers get at Pocono. So basically, let's just throw that into equation, because I, running a bit late, didn't get to talk to any truckers this evening, so that's okay.
Yep,
Brian
right.
probably did, so that's all good.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, well, yeah, both slacking on the job. Love it. So, we got 60 laps, 150 miles here this evening, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I was going to say 80 laps. That would have been
200 miles.
Yes. So, nice little short and sweet, what would be should be short and sweet race here at the Big Yard, but it is going to take a good minute to complete. Pace truck.
With 20-something drivers, they ain't used to that, so we'll see how the patience tends to unfold. But we do know these truckers do get a quick fix, so that's that. So, well, as these drivers get ready to take the green flag here tonight.
Green flag.
Just like that.
Yeah, it's not the widest track at all, so you do have to give some width. The racing groove is mainly 2 lanes wide, but sometimes if you go even beyond that, it can get pretty hairy at times. Oh, man. I almost had a moment with, I want to say that was Hunsaker, but I could be wrong.
Where?
Going through the second corner. No, that wasn't Hunsaker. That was someone else.
Oh, Highball's in the wall already.
Yeah, it was that truck right there. So I guess it right beside Joe, who was having the... Oh, that's Brandon.
Wait, no it ain't. I lied. I'll let you know in a minute. That is... Oh, that's Skyler.
Oh, Skyler having a moment there in turn number 2 on the get up to speed lap. So he kind of clipped the apron, and once you go underneath the paint here in a stock car, it's going to be very tricky, very bipolar, if you will, handling. Oh, contact being made between Joe Stipe, and couldn't tell who that was that tagged Joe. Ernest, okay. Ernie and Joe making contact here early on.
This is their biggest field, so that is awesome, especially here at Indianapolis. It's going to be a lot of different type of strategies and so much more. So, almost will a full truck field.
Yeah, the draft is going to come into play here big time. It's going to help with the passing. Like you just see Skyler going around, or attempting to go around Aaron Bradford, but you would really hope to be more alongside going into the corner to try to attempt the pass. And like you talked about, 27 trucks, almost a full truck field. What is a full truck field today? 32, 36, 34?
32.
32, yeah. It originally started out as being a either 40 or 43 truck field and then a few years later they shortened it down to 36, and then now they have shortened it even further down some more. So,
which is unfortunate. I like the bigger fields and today.
Yeah, I like
NASCAR because there's plenty of opportunities for everybody to win.
Well, not just that, but you have other teams that maybe that's kind of what they rely on is they're not really starting Parkers anymore. but really, the underfunders, the underdogs of the sport, that money, the purse money helps those teams, even the slightest of ways, go from week to week. So my other doppelganger is in this race, leading the race at the moment, the other Will Roberts. He's got a good, almost 2-second lead over Sammy Archibald. So really having a good hold, a good field on this track, that is for sure. You got 4 distinct, some say 8 distinct corners, but there are 4 distinct corners here. 2 sets of corners, I guess you could say, on each end, because you have short chutes in between the 2 sets of corners. Some people would say, well, they would, like I just said, they would line it out to be 8 corners, because you have turn 1A, which would be going into turn 1, then turn 1B, which would be the exit, then turn 2A would be the entry to turn 2, and then turn 2B would be the exit. Turn 3A, entry to turn 3, turn 3B would be the exit of turn 3, turn 4A would be the entry to turn 4, and then turn 4B would be the exit. But really, people like Jeff Burton, drivers like Jeff Burton, Ward Burton probably, like back in that era, even maybe Mark Martin of, the mid-90s era of NASCAR drivers is probably what kind of coined those phrases of the Brickyard being an 8-turn circuit. It's not really an 8-turn circuit, obviously. It is 4 distinct corners. That is true. You almost... Oh, contact. Christopher Campbell. I want to say that was Campbell. I could be wrong.
My thing said Phillip. So I might have had Campbell and Phillip.
I think you're right. It was Bridgman. I thought I got the colors wrong on the truck, but hard impact. Coming out of turn number 2. Oh, more hard impact. Going down the narrow front straightaway.
Did not hear him call that caution. He did check your radio connection, check the one on your headset, on your headboard actually, on your left-hand side.
Man, Chet just keeps jibber-jabbering.
As we watch.
Oh man, contact being made on the front straightaway. Just as we get past the pit wall on the inside, that is between
Schwartz and JD. I think. No, it ain't. I don't know who that is. Might have been Hunter.
Dixon.
Oh, Evan.
Just misjudged that. I think he's trying to get back in line, maybe or maybe side drafting, but he just got too close for comfort and gets in there. That's Tyler Myers, isn't it? Or that is JD.
Yes, that is JD.
And then Hunter comes along and sideswipes JD. Hard impact. But like you said earlier, these guys have a fast repair. You can turn off the previous lap, Brian. Put it back on the interval if you don't mind. We don't need the lap at the moment.
My bad, you're right.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just letting you know that it was there. Yeah, Roberts, Archibald, Daggett, that's the top 3. Caleb Sellner, 4th. Jaden Sanchez is 5th. Brandon Moore, 3rd. Tyler Myers, 7th. Jason Pearson, 8th. Jacob Carter, 9th. And Christopher Campbell, 10th. That rounds out the top 10 at the moment. Well, that's almost to be expected. Indianapolis, it has a bit of a diamond grade texture to the surface. So it's literally going to, with these heavy stock trucks, it will kind of degrade the tire a bit, you would have to think. So, the NASCAR Truck Series, Craftsman Truck Series, has never been to the Brickyard, but they've been to plenty of trips to Indianapolis Raceway Park, that is just right down the road from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Look at that race
But
off pit road.
right, Troy Daggett's going to win the race off pit road. Myers, Carter, Roberts, Moore, Camary, Sanchez, Selner, Hofstetter, and Archibald.
Very good to see Kevin Roy here tonight.
Oh, that was Amick in the 66.
Yes.
That got into the side of, okay.
Brandon. Yeah, Brandon's sitting P5.
Now, if you're actually cheering on Brandon, that's great. But if it's, I'm just saying, if we're here for political banter, let's keep that separate, please.
Yes, sir, I agree with you. Oops, the Yankees are up 7-1. I mean, it is Houston, so.
And it is before the All-Star break, so we can't get our hopes up too high. It all depends on how big of a lead they'll have going into the All-Star break. If they still have this lead that they have going into the All-Star break, then it's not going to be just another fluke year for the Yankees.
Yeah. Anyway, well, they are lined up double file again.
If they lose the lead before the All-Star break, then okay, well, it wasn't our year. Lined up double file. Going to get the restart here at lap 11. So only a couple of laps blown away from the caution, so not too bad. I love how iRacing really did that update a few months back and really got the caution system worked out to where you're not taking too much time away from the actual racing, right? So we're seeing some drivers coming in, topping off Kevin Roy, Bradford, Steebs, it looks like. So a few drivers with maybe that mindset, that mentality of, all right, well, if it does go green, I want to have that extra fuel load. I love it. Love that strategy.
Anyway.
I mean, if you're already back there in the back, might as well take advantage of it.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. iRacing's they're pretty neat. They let you broadcast their stuff, but as long as you give them credit and their trading and their mark down there is, as long as you say.
Don't block the watermark by iRacing. Yes, they do not like that to be blocked in any capacity, and you give them, as long as you kind of promote the platform. Yes.
Green flag's back out again, Will. Oh, you see the little bobbles.
Now that's going to happen a lot here. The restarts, you can really spin your tires, get bogged down sometimes on these narrow straightaways here at Indianapolis. So
you see there, Jacob Carter all over the back of Daggett, Will, bringing Tyler Myers and Will Roberts.
Will definitely didn't want that caution. He had such a great lead. He was almost trying to be in another area code. Oh, we got a Verizon truck. Nice. Somebody
Caleb?
got some willpower.
Casey Kane.
Oh, that's Caleb. Okay.
As
I think that's Caleb.
There, they get that bobble.
Yeah, it is going to be a factor coming off of turn 4 and especially turn 2. You can get a good bobble, just a good, the truck just wanting to keep turning, and then you got to correct it back straight. So,
well, especially on if they all took tires, then you got that fresh rubber there. So extra cold tires and all that. As you see there, we got a lead change by Mr. Jacob Carter. Now in the lead here, going to lead the field, take advantage of that clean air, set the pace, and hopefully he's going to keep it and try to run away with it. But you see here, Will Roberts, not you, your doppelganger there, he's going to go to the inside with Carter, who will lead it. They are even, and I think they gave it to Roberts. Come back here, we see Archibald taking P10 away from Hofstetter. So Chris Camary hanging out there in the P9 as he's watching that brew up there right behind him.
yeah, it's all about the run that the certain line of trucks or whoever, all about that momentum and able to carry down these straightaways and then into the corners. Like, you do have to check up, you do have to start lifting or maybe put on a lot of brake.
Oh, Chris is drifting.
A lot of competitors are seeing that and trying to make a pass on him, putting him 3 wide down the back straightaway. Who's going to be the victor of this? Oh, man.
Oh, they are good.
Yep, Archie got around him, that's for sure. But the battle still rages on, though, for this 10th position. 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, even 16th here. One heck of a race, I'd have to say. Almost exactly what I anticipated it being. It looks very similar to what I used to run. You know, Brian, I was scrolling down memory lane and seeing what game clips I had still in my Xbox from...
I saw that. I saw that. You sent me one yesterday. We were at Talladega.
Yeah.
And, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, Will.
Yeah. So, I was trying to find that Atlanta race. I was talking to Joshua about Sunday night, but apparently I must have deleted all those clips and stuff, so...
Because I think it was me, you, and Richard. We were up front. And then
No, it was just me and you. Oh.
I thought Richard was behind you. I could have swore he was. Yeah, he was in too.
You're talking about in the Talladega clip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden out of nowhere they come on us like coming out of turn 4, like we had this big gap. And I'm like, well, I'm going to lay back and pass you because I can get around you nice and fine. And then all I had to do was hold you off. And then they got to us coming out of 4. And it was on after that. I just had to defend. But I got to look at some stuff, and I'm like, oh, man, I wish I was still racing. But that was earlier. Now I still don't. I'm glad I'm not racing anymore because, oh my goodness, how hairy, sticky situations you're getting put in here. My goodness. You see, Skyler. I do believe that is Skyler. Or is yes, that is Skyler trying. He's in a great battle with Daggett for 9th position. I tell you what, as they are. Something has happened to Myers. He's a little bit off the pace.
I wonder if he scraped the wall a little bit or maybe got into the wall. Or maybe just pushing so hard and then
already the good off the tire. That whatever could have been on the tire.
Here we go, 3 wide again.
If he did take any tires whatsoever on the initial first pit stop. Man, 3 wide and somehow. Yeah.
Oh, Chris.
I tell you, they're 3 widening and they're making it work somehow, Brian. But how much longer can it? Can they do it? Can they keep doing it? Can they keep slicing and dicing, making these moves on each other?
Don't know. It ain't gonna last too long, that's for sure. $18 laps complete out of 60. You see there, Kristen Mary working the side of his teammate there, Troy Daggett. And Joe Stipe is going to follow Chris Camary through turns 3 and 4. As Chris gets a little bobble there, as you see. Joe is looking to go to the inside of Chris. As they break away even.
I haven't got to see the complete roast of Tom Brady yet. I've seen a lot of clips of it.
Oh, it's great.
I like those old ones that they did back in the day, like the roast of Dean Martin and Mr. T and Richard Pryor, like back in the day whenever it was almost like a weekly thing to do.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Mick back here with the 43 of Hofstetter, and then you got Kevin Roy sitting back there. Kevin Roy doing Kevin Roy things, saving every little ounce that he can, and then we know Kevin Roy starts to charge when it matters. So Jacob Carter here sitting P6. He gets a little loosey-goosey. Well, ever so slightly, coming up on halfway here in about another 10 laps. So, it's roughly about another 19 laps maybe. Then we'll see our next cycle of pit stops, I do believe.
Yeah, you'd have to think. I'd agree with that. Somebody did, I guess like the Coca-Cola iRacing series, they did like a drone cam thing or something. Yeah. But it's basically like the far chase cute view, but like extended back. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I could send you this clip I found just now. It looks really cool, but I get what they're doing. I get what it is, but I also get the camera angle. Side by side, teammate on teammate, possible crime.
They're racing hard. Kevin Roy might take advantage of that.
Looks like the crime is being avoided at the moment. Yes, Kevin Roy right there. What is this for? 12th, 13th, and 14th positions here. Oh yes, and a few more. So this is just outside the top 10. No change at the current time at the front, really. It's still Robert, Sanchez, Sellner, Pearson, Archibald. That's the top 5, so not really too big of a change. You have Sigston, Moore, King, Carter, and Stipe rounding out the top 10. Oh, yeah, don't want to... Well, I was going to say, you don't want to do that too much. I know he's trying to follow the exact line of the truck in front of him, but sometimes that's bad. you don't necessarily want to. You just want to run your own line. You don't necessarily have to constantly be in the wake of the truck in front of you all the time.
No, you don't. You see there, just like that, Kevin Roy gets on by those two. Anyway, will after Indy Oval, these drivers go to Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, Mid-Ohio is definitely going to be a challenge. We saw it was last season.
Hopefully we can clear up the attendance has been great in trucks, road course or not.
Yeah, even on the road courses, it's one of the highest attended BNR series. It always really has been, I think, since you made the transition to iRacing, Brian. So.
Yeah, and it gives me you something to do. So there you go. Those are the points for the trucks. I should have sent them to you earlier. Very close, tight points battle there for sure. You see Hofstetter still trying to apply some pressure to Troy there. I remember Troy saying that this isn't one of his favorite tracks, so this might be a iffy one for him, but the thing is, you want to survive the corners as well, so. Oh, Lyle's in the pits. No, that's Brandon. Brandon Moore's in the pits.
Well, that's really interesting. I wonder if he's trying to short pit this, or maybe that'd be wacky crazy if all they're getting is 15 laps on a fuel run. I don't think that's all they're getting. I'd have to say they're getting at least 20, maybe 23, right? Maybe.
I don't know, because everybody's coming in, so.
Oh. Yeah, good point. 15 point, no, that's 20. 20 points separates Troy Daggett from Brandon Moore. So that's who leads this BNR Truck Series currently is Troy Daggett. Like I said, Brandon Moore is second. 20 points separates the two. Ernest King, he is in third position. He missed a few weeks for the move, but with his wins that he has accumulated and top 5 finishes, podium finishes, so forth, the points led. If you can finish races with 0 X's, I believe, that also gives you points. So, just being able to be consistently there with the finishes really helps out. Another few trucks coming in, Pearson, Ernest, and Jacob Carter coming in now. So after Ernest King in the point standings in third position, and fourth you have Pete Woodrum. Joe Stipe is in fifth. Jaden Sanchez is in sixth. Christopher Campbell, 7th position in points. Chris Camary, 8th position in points. Jason Pearson tied with Tyler Myers for 9th. Justin Steebs is 11th in points. Robert Amaral is 12th in points. Mark Berry, 13th in points. J.D. O'Brien is 14th in points. Jacob Carter is 15th in points. Aaron Bradford, 16th in points. Joshua Highball is 17th in points. Ron Hunter, 18th in points. Brian Swartz, 19th in points. Anthony Lane, 20th in points. Skylar Sixton, 21st in points. William Roberts, not me, the other one, 22nd in points. Chris Quinnett, 23rd in points. Sammy Archibald, 24th in points. Daniel Lyle, 25th in points. David Berry, 26th. Matthew Hunsaker, 27th. Deion Johnson, he's our resident Down Under fan, or not just fan, but also driver whenever he's able to make the appearances that he can. Cameron Smith, and 30th in points is Richard Johns. Michael Day is 31st. And 32nd, Michael Kelly. We have had over 50 drivers in the series this season so far to start and accumulate some type of points. Not going to go all the way down the line, but that is the top 30 in points.
Oh yeah. Well done. Well, I knew you would like to do a thorough rundown of the points, so that's always good. So I like to leave that
and
to you. But I try to
still
click on everybody's name as you're doing it, but once you get a little bit, keep going. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I can get on a good. I can get going once I get going.
That's all right though.
Pretty decent pit cycle going on at the moment. Still, not everybody has cycled out or even made their pit stop here.
9 drivers
But
still have to pit.
Yep. It looks like Will's going to come out. There's a handful of them that's going to come out and not even lose a lap. So good for them. Which you can do that here at Indianapolis with the pit, with the delta, pit time delta that you have. It's very similar to Pocono, as we have talked about in the past at Pocono. As long as you have a certain delta gap, the interval, probably no longer than 12 to 15 seconds, you could probably have to where I've had the darn cats over here or something messing about.
So next time by, they will be halfway.
Yes, indeed. Only one caution so far. Very surprised. I figured we would get at least 2 cautions before halfway to kind of, see where people would be at and see who would be antsy, try to make some moves and whatnot. But we've seen moves being made, that is for sure, but not too sporadically or nothing to that afoot, nothing too out of the ordinary, I would say. So, calm, mild-mannered Indy race, you'd have to say. I did many of these on the console side of things. As
Bridgman now pitting this time.
well, you just fall on the floor. I don't care.
So Sanchez still out on track. Now coming up to a lot of but the problem is, well, when do you see these 3 pit? Remember, you stay out too long, it could hurt you. Like, it could hurt you big time, especially with this track.
Yeah, the tire differential could hurt. Even though we see Steve's is 4 seconds ahead of Roberts at the moment, so Justin able to kind of stay within a certain reason ahead of Will at the moment, but because you got to remember Justin was one of the trio of drivers that came down and topped off during that caution, so
See Pete there looking to get his lap back. has this battle here for 16th position of Tyler Myers and Joe Stipe. I figure Brandon would have saved a lot more.
I really like Workwear Racing's throwback for Kaz Gralla for Darlington.
Haven't seen
It's a Parnelli Jones. It's a Parnelli Jones like throwback. I'll send it to you.
See there, Jaden Sanchez now in the pits, Will, as Caleb is looking to stay out. And I think Skylar Sixton's going to pit. Yes, he is. There you go, I like that. Now the question is, when does Caleb come in? Caleb Campbell's now in the pits. Lyon's now in the pits.
Yeah, this is kind of how long I figured, it would be before around lap 28 to 34 was when I was kind of banking on seeing people come into pit. Lap 24, 25, that was really early for me as far as thinking, you know me, Brian, I always, if it was oval racing, I always liked pitting as long as I could. I would always try. There was a couple of times where I did run out of gas, but I always just pushed it as long as I could.
Just like that, Caleb is now in the pits.
So that's going to take the lead back over. Will gets by Justin, so the next person would be Justin, I do believe, to pit. I'd have to say.
Yes. Well,
and with the way the race is going, it almost looks like we're going to have to see another pit stop too, Brian.
By some. I think the ones that pitted earlier are going to see it. The other ones that stood out can probably get it about to the end. It'll be close.
Oh, wow. Lane Briggs is running an RC Cola inspired throwback because Scott ran, like his father, was the original driver of the RC Cola truck back in the day.
Okay, they're Justin now in the pit. 25 laps to go.
I feel so old because I watched Travis Quaffle and Scott Riggs and all these people race, and then now I'm seeing their sons race. I'm only 30 years old.
Anyway, well, we're going to go to our favorite segment while now everybody has completed their pit stops. So now, mine and Will's favorite portion of the night, the crank it up section. So we'll give you the sound and sights of these BNR truckers around Indianapolis Motor Speedway, brought to you by iRacing. So there you guys go. Enjoy.
As to almost be expected, last round of pit stop. Oh man.
Correct. I can't see shit.
Yeah, sir.
Oh,
I agree, Chad. I agree. So, Camary. I don't think it was on Camary. I was just saying what we were seeing before the caution came out. Man, Camary. Don't know who the caution's on. We will get the replay. Oh, it's Archibald. No. Sammy, that was our second place truck before pit stops occurred. He was 14 some odd change back from the race leader. Oh, he gets tight on the exit of turn 1 before the short chute. Right as we enter the short chute in between 1 and 2, the truck just gets away from him, goes tight and into the wall, and he's going to ride the wall all the way around turn 2. So, oh man, to be honest, don't know. Well, I guess he came to a complete halt, but hate to see that in the middle of the final pit cycle. But yes, the race is now completely on its head, as there was so many pit takers that had been coming down and cycling out, trying to get the best track position possible.
sorry.
Do what?
I said bases loaded, 1 out.
You give the worst context. Like, are they batting?
Yes, the Yankees are
Oh,
batting.
okay. Well, who?
What?
Who's batting?
I said the Yankees.
Oh my. Who is at bat?
I don't know. They're showing the replay.
I swear to God, we are Abbott and Costello.
Oh, 10-1. I guess they were. That's why, because it was
There's
under.
only 1 out?
It was 2 outs now.
2 outs now. I believe Will won the race off pit road. It's a tight race off pit road, but I do believe Will won it. Grandpa Sam.
At bat now.
My car would only turn right. What are you doing on your grandpa's account, Sam? That's not nice. Evan Roy with some excellent track position inside the top 5 here to restart this race. Well, tell your grandpa I said hi.
Grampy Sam.
Stealing his phone like that or whatever you just stole, that's not nice. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Juan Soto's up.
Oh, well, he should.
He's 3
well,
for
there's
4.
2 outs now?
Yeah.
3 for 4. Well, he'll go 4 for 5 here. I bet you anything. And I bet it's going to either be an 0-2 count or a full count. I bet you he'll. If it counts 1-2?
Yep.
Well, let me know if he strikes out, because I feel like it's going to go to a full count.
Oh, 2-2.
Oh. It'll probably go to a full count.
Brandon Moore up front, Sanchez second, Roberts third, JP fourth.
Brandon Moore had just pitted too. He pitted with 21 laps to go. He was breaking. He was breaking this race down. Oh well, that's. I mean, that is exactly how you could walk one of your guys is in, right? Like you said, the bases were loaded.
Now they are.
Oh, you give the worst context. You just said the bases.
They were, but it was under review for second, and they said the guy that was on second got out. Somehow reason, I don't know, but anyway, the 3 to 38, the 40 to 82, the 199 to 77, the 13 to 48, the 24 and 54 is your top 10. Boy, I can never do that fast again.
Anybody who is still on the lead lap has a chance of winning this race, and even those who are maybe a lap down, there's going to be 15 laps to go when we restart this race. We have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. There is plenty of time left for somebody to maybe get back on the lead lap. Anybody who is still running that is at least 1 lap down, I feel like anybody can still have a shot to win this race, truly. It is anybody's ball game in this race. So Will Roberts is going to restart third. He's been the most dominant truck of the evening. I tell you,
I
I'm not.
I guess they waved it off. Yeah, they waved it off. So they're gonna pace around again. Pace truck will come back out. Because nobody.
These guys better. Well, everybody was caught up, to be honest. I don't know why they didn't. Just maybe something the admins didn't like, as far as not 200% sure what they couldn't have liked on that restart. It looked it was looking good. But anywho, what I was going to say was they better be glad I'm not a race director. I would really penalize people for kind of pointing out of line before the green flag. I tell you what, I would be a real stickler. Nobody would like me. But that's okay. That's why I'm not a race director, and also I don't have the means to be a... Yep, that's coming on out. It's like, hello, boys.
About to drive through Will Roberts.
Yep.
And come through Brandon. Oh, there you go.
Unless there's a rule that states that you can poke out of your column before the stripe or before the green, okay, cool. But unless there's not a rule on that, stay in your lane, stay in your column. There's a lot of race directors that really like to see that, and then after you pass the stripe or after you get that green flag, depending on the sport or vice versa, whatever the rules may be, hey, go for it. But until you get across the stripe or until you see the green flag, whatever the rule may be, right, stay in your lane.
Green flag.
The green flag is out.
Did a wheel spin by Joe. Not sure if he had help there, but that's a little bit further back. Right now, the front row going into turn 1. Jaden and Brandon giving each other, I would say, pretty respectable room. Can't believe it. I'm going to faint and fall over. But anyway, inside line's going to have advantage. Brandon Moore, you just love to see the little club building in the way here at Indianapolis on certain camera views. Jaden trying to do a crossover, get back underneath Brandon, and he will, going down the back straightaway. Will Roberts going to have help from Jason. Oh, no contact. Oh, man. Brandon somehow saved the automobile. Back straight again, but Will no! What are you doing?
All right, save yourself, save a little fuel.
Wow. Exactly.
So as we see here, going down the back straightaway, Jaden gets to the inside. He's alongside pretty well, pretty even, going all into turn 3. Brandon, gives him the whole lane down there to work with. And, man, I still can't get over Brandon saving that truck. We're 3 wide, Will to the outside. Brandon, he's still driving out of it, right? He's still driving it, man. Still miraculous save. So now we're going to be back side by side going through the short chute, and Jaden just...
I don't know. Look, I guess he was trying to arc his room in, but JP just hits the rear of Brandon. But
Yeah, and
Jaden
JP
did
was
come
having a
up
great
and
top 10, top 5. Yeah, Jaden, that's all on Jaden right there. Jaden knew Brandon was up there. He knew, and trying to arc into the corner at that close of that close of range and everything. No, you are already going to be compromised going into turn 4. You are going to you have made your bed. Deal with it. Lay in it. Don't widen the track more when you already can't. You should have just backed out of it. Don't know what else to say but that, really. As multiple hats being on point of view, don't know what else you could have done but
let's
just
see
maybe
if we can talk
attack
to
going into
Scholar.
turn 1. Yeah, yes, Skyler, because um, yes, let's talk to Sigston, so I don't have to keep talking or,
No, you're good.
um,
Just figure now we got the time. It's a big enough track.
yes, exactly.
Scholar.
Skyler, hey, so you're having a pretty decent top 10 run of it at the moment, currently in the top 5, but you've been having good top 10 stand-up day and been in a lot of fierce fights with all these different competitors out here, Skyler. So the trucks at the Brickyard, how's it been going?
So far so good. I don't know. Just gotta let the truck, whatever it is, come to you.
Yes.
It's one of those things where it's long for me. It's a long run type of race, but
Mm-hmm.
10 lap dash. We gotta see what's gonna happen.
But also, if nothing happens in that 10 laps. Yeah, drink it straight, really. Oh, my goodness. 10 laps. I tried to take a sip in between me and Skyler's combo there. Anyway, 10 laps here at the Brickyard can be kind of a long time. It can sometimes feel like 20. But, you know, we've seen the strategy. That's all out the window now. So do you have enough to make it to the end? Maybe throw a green-white checkered in there?
Oh, absolutely. It's just basically at the end of this race, just gotta hit your marks, know what the truck is doing in front of you. Just try to gain that advantage and see what they're doing, just so you can get that advantage off of it. For me, it's been off of on the exits of turns, so just gotta see what we can do.
And just really hoping that nobody's going to gang up on you from behind, really, truly, because you can get such a good tow going down these straightaways, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as you have the draft and whatnot, you can make your moves. But at the same time, I just want to get away from people, to be honest.
Oh, exactly. That would be my mindset too. Well, best of luck to you, Skyler. Hopefully, you can have a good finish to what already is being a good race for you.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Indeed. All right. So, anywho, Will Roberts, Jaden Sanchez, Caleb Sellner, Ernest King, Skylar Sigston, who we just got talking to. Hofstetter in the 6th position, Kevin Roy, Jacob Carter, Joe Stipe. Justin Steves rounds out the top 10. We still have a handful of trucks 1 lap down. So 20 trucks in total on the lead lap, coming to 10 laps to go, working our 3rd and hopefully final caution. Hopefully. That Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra will pull off at some point. Once it comes out and about from turn 4.
Whew, it was a good race. Now it's getting spicy.
I feel like you need to have like an AMS rule, like as soon as the pace car peels off, like bam,
Green flag.
like go green, But that's just me. That would really make it interesting, wouldn't it? But
Yeah.
anywho, green flag back out in the air. So Caleb, oh my, Caleb almost hit the truck in the wall. That is Hofstetter.
And Scholar.
Oh man. Well, we jinxed him, just got through talking to him. Go figure. So sorry, Skyler. You see Brandon Moore. Oh no, Brandon Moore pinballing. He was trying to make up ground.
Talk me through your lap one time real quick.
Oh man. He was trying to make up some ground after getting just assaulted the previous caution and making up ground and trying to make it 3 wide. He had a lane, he had a hole here, but then sometimes, as it does, and in racing, the hole will really just start to go away, and that's what happens here. Nobody's fault, really. I just one kind of coming down, just a racing deal truly here. And like I said, Brandon Moore, he was just trying to get back up, gain some more spots. Like I said, only a 20-point difference between him and Troy Daggett.
Hate to see it for him. Great run. He was having an amazing run.
I tell you, his strategy was probably on point for what he was doing. Hate to see it. Just hate to see it. Lots of words.
Who else can we talk to? Who else would you want to talk to here?
I mean, we could always throw Caleb, grab Caleb out of the cane and grab him.
Kebab!
Caleb!
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? So, how's these trucks handling here tonight at the Brickyard? From your point of view?
Pretty good. Starts to push really late in the run. Pretty bad.
Looks like it.
Kind of hoped we didn't have that, not last caution, but the one after that long green flag run.
Yeah.
I was sitting with like .01 short on fuel, so...
Oh, so you were probably gonna go.
I was good, yeah.
Oh wow!
Well, I noticed
told
under
you.
our crank it up section, you were literally shutting the truck off.
But yeah, I was good to make it to the end before that caution came out, and that caution really shook everything up for better or worse, depending on who you are. Probably worse from my end, but it's been pretty good here. Hoping to get a top 3. Maybe talk to you guys in trying to talk to you guys in 10 minutes or so. I think that'd be nice. But we'll see how everything goes.
Paint scheme, Caleb, is it kind of like a willpower, like what Ray Evernham racing, like?
This paint scheme was a one-off Ray Evernham car for a bush race. It was run, I think, only once or twice. So.
Nice.
And we don't have Dodge in the game, so I didn't want to put Dodge on the front end of the car.
I'm trying. Was it like at Memphis or somewhere?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay.
Yeah, it was only run once or twice, so.
Yeah, because it was probably one of those Aaron Crocker deals. Anywho, so next week's Mid-Ohio, so that should be a doozy. Mid-Ohio. It was kind of last year, if we all remember correctly, right? So, but this year, I was kind of hoping that this race would be. It's been something, I tell you what.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
I got really speechless at that one point. I'm really heartbroken and upset, but it's to be expected with what happened. So,
I mean, stuff like that happens, Yeah.
Yes, and you just gotta move on. It's part of it. It is racing, unfortunately. So, Caleb, what are you thinking about maybe next week? We're not going to see the Verizon wannabe Dodge next week, are we?
Probably not. Try not to run the same paint scheme twice. Might change it up a little bit, or change it up entirely.
Maybe actually get an Aaron Crocker paint scheme.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, throwing some ideas out there.
I'm always taking ideas.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Best
There
of
you
luck
go.
to you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep. Get you back down there. All right. Well, 6 laps to go this time by. We got through talking to P3 man Caleb Sellner there. So this time, Will Robert, or P4 man, my apologies. So Will choosing the outside lane.
Brandon Moore still in it.
And we got a few blinkies tonight, don't we? So, yep, Brandon Moore's still there. I mean, he's definitely not a quitter unless the truck or car is completely just devastatedly gone, right? So, he obviously still had the quick fix. He got back out there, and then now, yeah, just it didn't get too mangled, so I just hate to see it for him, right? Because he definitely had a great strategy going. He was going to have at least a good, maybe top 5 run. Once Will swooped around, you almost thought, man, green flag back out in the air. So
Green flag.
I think the next question is, can they stay? No, they cannot.
Caution's out.
So I couldn't even get it out my mouth. I couldn't even get the question out of the mouth. It just looked like a lot of tire spin down there, and that's maybe what... Oh, Joe missed a shift. Joe missed, I'm going to assume 4th gear. Oh, Bradford, what some hang time. That is, man. We're going to have to ride on board with Joe because he either missed 3rd or 4th gear. Something happened with Joe, and he missed it completely. And that's whenever Camary got into the back of him. Which Camary, no, I don't think Camary purposely, right?
No.
But it's just going to happen whenever It even happened on the outside lane. There was some tire spinach on the outside lane, a couple of rows ahead of Joe, but not off. Next we need to do like a far chase viewer, like right on board with AB, because man, that truck took a ride. Oh, Macho Man Randy Savage about to get a savage of a ride here. Oh, man. What a hit.
What a wild one.
So, like we talked about already, Mid-Ohio Sports Car Park next week for these BNR truckers. This week, though, we still have Indianapolis to still get over with. It is going to go by the scheduled distance, that is for sure.
Who else can we talk to here?
That would be probably kid-friendly, or maybe Justin.
That's fine. We'll talk to Justin.
Justin. I'm trying to think who else.
I got Justin.
Well, yeah, Justin's fine. Justin.
Yes, Will.
So back and forth, up and down night, man. But overall, you're rocking top 10 currently. You had a pretty good strategy early on, but as we already know, the strategy got tilted on itself. What have you thought about the trucks racing here at the Brickyard?
They are a handful, and I am flying anywhere between loose and tight, and I'm going to be honest, I am not enjoying them here.
Well, I mean, it does look like a handful. That is for sure. I could understand mixed emotions about it. That is 100%. Sure. To be for sure.
And I'm kind of mad that caution came out because I had enough gas. I was going to make it. I was not going to have to pit again.
You and Caleb Selner, there were about 3 or 4 of you that were really playing that strategy. To only pit like what were you banking, like a 2-stopper? I think that's what.
Yeah, basically, because when that first caution came out, all I did was go in, hit top, get gas in it, and then coming to 1 to green, I went back down and topped it off again. So I was right on the number. I might have been like 1 to 2 laps to the good. I was not wanting that caution to come out.
Well, that's a nice Mobile 1 paint scheme. That's basically John Hunter's Bush car, right, on a truck. So that's a nice paint scheme.
It was also Stuart Friesen's. I think Stuart Friesen ran this paint scheme also.
Oh, nice. But thanks for talking to us, Justin, and giving your thoughts about the Brickyard and everything. So hopefully, do some good wreck avoidance, because I'm sure we're not done wrecking. So
I'm sure we're not either, because they're full sending into those turns right now in these restarts, and it's scaring me.
It is. It's scaring me too, bud. So best of luck to you, Justin.
All right, thank you, Will.
Yeah, he seems a little paranoid.
He always is.
I know that. That's.
I would be too. If I was in the same, predicaments and everything as he was, I would be too.
Dang, didn't mean for that to happen. That was by Jaden. Well, unfortunately, the damage is done, so that's that. But anyway, one more time, Will, the pace truck is going to peel off.
Indeed. So, green flag back out in the air. Thank you, Chad. So, Will Roberts gets a pretty good jump. Oh, he's got Ernie. Ernie's right there in third. Ernie. So, watch out for Ernie. I'm telling you. Here we go. Where are you going, camera? Brian.
What happened?
Yep. There we go. So, Jaden all over the back of Will. What is Will going to do here going into 3? Kind of Jaden trying to give him a push into the corner, maybe sending a little bit. And there is a tussle and a battle going on for third. Skyler trying to hold off Carter. Coming to the white flag. Barney waving it severely. Will leads them into turn 1 and 2. Well, into turn 1. Going into the short chute for turn 2 now. Carter being harassed by Caleb, as Skyler almost has a clear third place, final spot on the podium, almost, except now, like we talked about, don't want to get ganged up on. Troy, way back yonder, he's trying to do something, get a few more points, but Carter slings it down in there, taking third away from Skyler. Go back to the front, up at the front, and still Will. Able to fend off Jaden, coming off of turn number 4, bringing it to the stripe. Will Roberts will win here tonight at the Brickyard. Oh man, photo finish for third place. I don't even know who got it. I want to say it was Skyler though. I don't even know. We're gonna have to rewind that, because that was severely close. It says on the scoring and timing, it says it was Skyler. I believe it. Oh man, oh yeah, it was too. Wow, that was... So 3 wide for third place. Caleb down low, Carter in the middle, and Skyler way up here in the wall. You see Caleb trying to side draft. Carter comes up to side draft Sigston. Caleb kind of turns Carter. I tell you, they really getting after it here, coming to the stripe. Is that Kevin Roy who finishes in 8th position?
Yes.
I believe that's 8th. Or, no, that's not 8th. That would be 7th. Right? What one?
7th, yeah.
Third, 4th, 5th, 6th. Yeah. Good run by Kevin. Top 10 day for Kevin. And one of his few BNR starts over here. Good to see Kevin.
Whew, what a finish. We'll scrounge these guys up and get ready to talk to them. I am going to use the restroom real fast, and I'll be right back.
All right. Yes, the race results here this evening. William Roberts, not me. Jaden Sanchez, Skylar Sigston, Jacob Carter, and Caleb Selner is the top 5. Ernest King, after restarting 3rd, falls back to 6th position. Kevin Roy, Philip Bridgman, Justin Steves, Jason Pearson, Tyler Myers, Chris Kamari, Joe Stipe, John O'Brien, Christopher Campbell, Pete Woodrum, Evan Amick, and Brandon Moore rounds out the top 18 because I have no control to scroll down. That's all we're going to get at the moment is the top 18 until Brian gets back from the restroom.
All right. So we'll go ahead and pull up Skylar. Skylar.
Skylar.
I am here now. My bad. I just returned.
No, it's all good. Brian had to as well. So, welcome back to the booth. We just got through talking to you during one of the caution laps, so that best of luck, good luck stuff, I guess it actually paid off. We didn't actually curse you. So, final spot on the podium, you were able to hold off hard charger Jacob Carter there at the end of the race. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that was a doozy. Jacob and I we both had good restarts, especially with how we like to push there, and we just wanted to make sure that we give the leaders and give ourselves a good opportunity to be in a good position. So I knew that from the start, Jacob was always going to be the one to fight with.
Yep, you both had pretty decent trucks this evening, that's for sure. And it turned out, top 5 trucks, maybe race-winning trucks, who knows. But, yep, like I talked about, Mid-Ohio next week. What's the thought, the preparation going into another road course on the season?
Road courses I love. So it's something that I, definitely just get a few laps, get a good feel for the track and make sure, run clean lines and make the best of what I got, especially with those who show up. We'll see who shows up. So that we definitely got some road course warriors here in this league. So it's always good to be part of the top ones up there. So it's always definitely some good battles and some, I guess, race of attrition. See who can survive.
Right, exactly. See who can survive it. Really, overall tonight, maybe we could have seen a couple of less cautions, I was maybe thinking, but overall, still a great race here at the Brickyard. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, anything else you'd like to add there, Skylar?
No, pretty good racing tonight so far. So far, wow, no, already done.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, no, pretty good run. Just gotta. It's one of those tracks where you just gotta know your limits. Especially with how the car performs and whatnot, you just gotta know your limits. Got into a few run-ins. Apologize with some people on the track, but sometimes I want to say that's just racing. It is what it is. At least I got the podium.
Yes, sir, Skylar. Well, thanks for talking to us tonight, and congratulations tonight on the podium, and best of luck going forward, especially next week at Mid-Ohio.
Appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to be back in the booth. So far, I made it back in the booth.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You kept your word. All right, sir. Awesome job on the P3. Hell of a job tonight with rebounding back up to the top three with a battle between you, Jacob, and Sellner. So hopefully we'll see you back up here again next week from Mid-Ohio, and best of luck to you.
Appreciate y'all.
Yep.
All right, Brian, you got the next.
Jaden JJ Sanchez.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, sir?
It's alright. Could be better, but it's going alright. How are you guys?
Sorry, I'm doing all right. What a wild run you had tonight. Unfortunately, not the run you wanted, and not a way you want to deserve P2, but a lot of ups, a lot of downs by some. Walk us through those last couple of laps and what was going through your mind at on the restart there.
Yeah, no, so race was good. I mean, I wish I had a little more pace. The earlier couple laps, I was just trying to tire save. So I let, Caleb go. And, I know Brandon was behind me and he was saving too. So we were just trying to, manage our stuff. And then caution came out and I took tires and I don't think they did. So that really gave me the opportunity to jump a lot of people. And I wish it went green because honestly, I think I would have been in the catbird seat. Had it gone all the way green, but yeah, no, race was all right. I mean, last couple of laps, I think I tried getting on the outside of Brandon and it didn't work, so I tried getting below him. I know he was squeezing me, trying to get me to lift, and I was side by side with him, and from my point of view, when I hit the first corner, looks like he tried coming down and tried clearing himself, but I mean, he might disagree, whatever. And then I looked after the replay, he drove it in deep, and I should have lifted there, but I still, had the momentum because, I was gonna just try to keep it on the bottom, and then off of that corner when I got loose, trying to, not wreck. I think him and Will got side by side, and then I tried getting alongside of Brandon, misjudged it just a hair, and clipped him. But I also think he was gonna start arcing it down, but I was already side by side. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, I take full responsibility. I should have known that they need to still turn down, but I was trying to because I was already a little like effed up from when I got loose, so I needed to chase it up the track a little bit, or at least get to the middle. And when I did on my screen, because my one monitor is small, I can't see the side of my truck all the way. So it looked like I was fine because if you go my in car, I never actually turned. Like you never see my wheel jerk to the the left or whatever, or the right to hit Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of held it steady, but at the time of when I held it straight and he had it straight, we already collided. And then after I saw him spin, I tried hitting him up like tried hitting his nose to get him back straight because that wasn't like purposeful. Because I mean, obviously he thinks it was, but like honestly, if it was purposeful, when we collided in that first corner, I could have just took him out there, but I didn't because I'm not trying to race people like that. Honestly, if I wanted to take out anyone, I could have took out Will, but I didn't. So yeah, no, I mean it's unfortunate. I mean he definitely owes me one, or I definitely owe him one. So we'll see. We're back to square one after Charlotte and Auto Club. So yeah, no, I mean I'll talk to him about it. I mean he'll definitely disagree. I obviously it's racing, it's a game, whatever. But yeah, no, it sucks when I'm in that position. So we'll just see what happens. I'm pretty sure I'll get something for it. People always think differently when it comes to me. So yeah, no, I mean, for the most part, the race was clean. I'm not really sure. I think apparently I heard a couple of talks about someone bringing out the caution on purpose to stop that run from coming because I know Justin and what's his name? Justin and Caleb were in the catbird seat because they had more fuel than me, and I was just gonna push to the end and hopefully gain on that. Like pitting without for 2 tires and fuel and a splash of fuel, but I mean we'll never know. So yeah, no, I mean we'll talk about it obviously after the race. I mean it was good. Just wish me and Brandon never um got together. I really think us, getting squeezed like that kind of just screwed everything because I had to, get back up to the track. And by the time I did, Brandon already started coming down. I was there, and then I tapped him and wrecked him. But yeah, no, I tried saving him. He had a hell of a save. Oops, sorry, he had a heck of a save. But yeah, no, it's just how it goes sometimes.
Jack
So
now ruined that for everybody. So you're all right. But anyway,
yeah,
sir.
no, yeah.
Next week, Mid Ohio. What's your
Mhm.
thoughts and all that going into Mid Ohio?
Just learning from Richard and Caleb. They're pretty good at Mid Ohio, and William and Brandon. I'm pretty sure, and Jacob will probably be up there. So and Troy. Yeah, no, it's road racing. So we'll see how it goes. Mid Ohio isn't one of my best tracks. I have raced there only in the trucks actually, so I have a little bit of experience. So yeah, no, we'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting a large field like this. Maybe 12 to like maybe 15, maybe. Um, yeah, no, it's just gonna be about. Yeah, it's all gonna be about not making a mistake, honestly, because there's a lot of grass. So once you get in the grass, you're not gonna be able to slow down enough, and you're going straight to the wall. So you have to really be on point with your braking points. But overall, like I said, tonight was great. Except for the mishap with Brandon, I'll talk to him about it. I mean, he'll obviously, from a driver's perspective, we each both have our own point of views. Obviously, he'll probably have more data to back it up. But yeah, no, we'll see what everyone looks at when they go on my in-car camera. So yeah, no, it was fun. I'm hoping next week will be fun. Yeah, no, I don't really race a lot anymore, so I mean, it was great to come out and actually have a good results since the last couple of races I've either been wrecked, dumped, or made mistakes, or I've just been caught up in stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week though, but hopefully a cleaner race and no contact with anyone. So yeah, we'll see.
All right, sir. Any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give before we get you on your way?
Shout out to everyone that came out tonight. You guys for obviously broadcasting. Shout out to myself just for not stuttering in this whole, thing, or I guess interview. So, yeah, no, shout out to pretty much everyone. I mean, everyone raced respectfully. It got a little crazy at the end, but we all made it through. So, yeah, no, we'll take what we learn and get ready for that quiz you have wrapping up for us, and yeah, no, we'll see. We'll have fun with it. And just see if we can enjoy the last couple races here.
Yes, sir. Awesome job on the P2, sir. I'm going to get you back up there and looking forward to see what you got next week.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later, man.
Yep. All right, Willie. Now, Mr. Roberts here.
Yes, indeed.
Your doppelganger here. Will Roberts, meet Will Roberts.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Well,
How you doing?
yep, pretty good, pretty good. Even kind of sounds a little bit like me. Anyway, so there's so many of us out there. Who would have known that there was so many of my clones? I Who knew I let you guys go free? Anyway, Will. So,
Do you know that Rick Ross, my girlfriend told me this other day, Rick Ross's real name is William Roberts. I know that.
get out of here.
Swear.
Wow. Anyway, so dominating performance by you. I thought at one point, man, you kind of let the race slip away, but you got it back, and then you kind of had Jaden to worry about. Were you worried that maybe he would kind of punch you into next century?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
100. I would have been too.
I mean, not that I feel like he's like dirty or anything like that. He's just aggressive.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, see, super aggressive
Yeah.
little driver.
But yeah. I mean, but I knew if I just got clear. I mean, I was the pace that I was on. I knew once I got clear, I'd be I'd be fine off the restart. So I knew if I could get a car length on him, I'd be able to hold him off. But yeah, I was definitely worried about it. I thought I screwed up on pit road and when he got in front of me, but I was like, oh, here we go. But luckily, I avoided him and Brandon's little get together, and we were able to.
Yeah, you narrowly got. You swooped along the outside whenever
Yeah,
him and Brandon.
I knew
They
they
were.
weren't gonna make it. I knew they weren't going to make it. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to the third lane. I'm not getting collected in that one. So, but hey, that was an interesting one.
It was one heck of a race, all in all. Like I said earlier, there might have been a couple of cautions that probably could have not have been, but hey, it's part of it. It's part of racing, I suppose. But what did you feel? How do you feel like the trucks handle here at the Brickyard?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were pretty good. I thought it was going to be like plowing tight way more than it was, but it really wasn't. And you could feel it would drive off the right rear pretty good, as long as you just didn't overcook the entry. So I know for me it was what I would prefer it to feel like. So I was all good with it. So yeah, I liked it. I guess the track temp probably helped. Everybody's sliding a little bit, so that was pretty fun.
Well, Will, if you're here next week for Mid Ohio, what's the thoughts, the preparation for Mid Ohio?
Yeah, I don't know that I've even run there before, so I need to do some practice road course. So, but it will be fun. I enjoy it, so have a good open mind about it. Looks like a fun track on TV.
Oh, it's definitely a fun track. Like it does have its moments where you can really just really outperform yourself there, and you can. It doesn't take much to dip a tire off. It's almost like Road America, but not as. I feel like Road America is a little bit wider than Mid Ohio. Mid Ohio is just more tricky. I feel like than uh, Road America. If you was to compare the two, trying to give you something to base it off of or kind of compare.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see every wall that's close in practice. So hopefully I can figure out how to not do that in the race.
Well, Will, any final thoughts, shout-outs, anything else you'd like to add before we let you go celebrate this victory? Congratulations again on the victory. Like I said, dominant performance at one point. I do believe you had a 15 or 17-second lead. You were in another area code, so well-deserving win.
I was looking forward to seeing how that was gonna shake out, but I think the strategy was gonna work just fine without if we didn't have a caution. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate you guys putting this on, and look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, next week it is, like I said, Mid Ohio. See you there, Will.
Alrighty, have a good night, guys.
No
Good
problem.
night.
I guess Chris wants to talk, so we'll see what Chris. Mr. Camary. Psst. Hey. Chris. Chris. No? Okay. Anyway, well, I guess that will do it here tonight. Very exciting race, for sure. A wild finish, that is. A lot of ups, a lot of downs for some. Overall thoughts, I thought it was good. Much expected of Indianapolis. They started off real good, and Nice solidized field. Hopefully we keep the field up going into Mid-Ohio. So,
Yes, indeed. Overall thoughts, pretty good race. Could have been terrific, but it wasn't. Long story short, I'm just saying. Um, but we would like to thank each and what happened?
I said Chris now pops in.
Oh, are we still?
Yeah, let me see if I can call him up real quick.
Oh, all right.
Kamari?
Yo,
Howdy.
what's up?
I don't know. I saw you down there. Figured you wanted to.
Am I on the TV?
Yeah.
Oh man, you got me while I'm eating a piece of chicken.
Oh, well,
That's all right.
doing your best Brian impersonation.
Yeah, that race was a bit uphill. I don't know. I went a lap down because I slid through the commitment line or whatever the heck it is. I didn't realize it was so early. I was doing like 100 across it. I ended up losing a lap, and then I don't know. When one of the cautions came out, I stayed out and got the wave around, and then I went to pit on the green, but the caution had come out, so I got lucky there. Yeah, salvaged at least a lead lap. I don't know. Would I get like 13th or something?
12th.
All right. Well, better than it was. At one point, I was just like, "Well, that's about the end of that."
Yeah,
and then
you and your teammate were having a little nice little tussle there. You and Troy.
I don't know about nice. He was blocking the crap out of me. I'm like, "What are you doing, man?" I'm like, "Hey, next time, I'm gonna send you."
And I think and you finished a little bit higher than him.
Yeah, him and Pete got into it right at the end there. Yeah, that was not a bad race.
Yep, y'all got Mid-Ohio next week.
It's a road course, huh?
Yes.
I don't even think I own that.
As Will puts it, it's a phenomenal road course.
I mean, it can be. Yes.
So
you got to be very. Yes.
Yeah, that caution that immediately came out with was I got in the back of Joe. I think he downshifted like from third to second because that truck just stopped.
Yeah, I figured he either missed a shift or he accidentally downshifted or something happened because it just something to that extent happened.
I was able to check up enough to not get him, but Bradford was right behind me and he just had nowhere to go. They had more momentum.
Tyler. So. It looked like Tyler was behind you and just said, "No, not today, Sonny."
I don't know. Unfortunately, I hadn't taken my fast repair until that point, so as much crap as I got into today.
I was gonna say, yeah, you were a little used and abused there.
No kidding, huh? That's my typical, though.
At Richmond, oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mid-Ohio next week. Then after that, I want to say Phoenix. Oof. A Phoenix. Yep.
All right.
You did good at P12. A lot better than the most. I'm sure you got a little nervous when you saw Brandon come washing up in the front of the track there with him and old JJ.
Yeah.
Came right up in front of everybody. I'm like, oof. Yes, sir. Off to Mid-Ohio you go next week. Maybe you can keep up the rhythm. Maybe ease your way around the track.
Yeah, road course. Road course is just kind of a survive thing, I think. Just take your time, I guess.
You guys get no caution, so it's all the way through.
Right.
So it'll pretty much go quick. So You won't have to worry about that. Try to limp it across. If you're completely broke, then you're just completely broke, and then off to Phoenix to rebound, I guess.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorite tracks either.
Phoenix is tricky, that's for sure. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, Mr. Chrissy Chris?
Oh, just the boys with the team Ramrod, Troy, and Ron. Feel bad for Ron. He gets in the crap every single week. Every single week. I don't know. I didn't see what happened to him, but he said something, and
A wreck
I don't know.
happened
He
in
got
front of
wrecked
him,
up.
and I think a car slid up in front of him, and that was it for him. So
Yeah, he was waiting to get it fixed, and then he's like, you know what? Frick this. I'm done. It was only like 10 laps into the race, too. So hopefully he can have a better week next week or something if he's
yeah, it's a
racing
road
that
course,
one.
so he should probably be alright with no caution. So practice.
As long as he stays away from people. Usually it's me that takes him out, though. For real, he started next to me today. I'm like, that might not be a good spot for you, right on the outside. I'm going to send you in turn one. Alright, guys, till next week.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for talking.
Yep. You enjoy your chicken, and I shall see you Saturday.
Alright,
I
sounds
don't know
good.
if
Both
I'm
of
talking to
you.
you up in the booth, but you would have Will, but I'll be out on the track, so.
Alright.
All
Thanks,
right,
guys.
buddy. Yep. All right, well, now we can close it out. But yes, our thoughts was a little up and down, as you said before, but yeah, I mean, a lot of excitement, that's for sure.
Yeah, moving the wrong person. Yeah. Anyway, yes. So finally, we can close out the. Yep. Yeah, you did. It's okay. So, yep. Good race overall. Next week, Mid Ohio, and like we talked about Thursday, we will be back at it again, same time, Bat Channel, different track, different series. So until then, we'd like to thank each and every one of you coming out, cheering on your favorite BNR trucker, and just chilling with me and Brian here, calling the race with us. So hopefully everybody will have a wonderful, safe, and good night.